The African Military Games is a multi-sport event for military athletes in Africa.
President de l'OSMA, Organisation du Sport Militaire en Afrique, which is enhancing military cooperation in Africa through sports. That's why our motto is friendship through sport.
In a bid to allow African countries to interact with one another towards enhancing the good historical collaborative efforts and working relationships built and enjoyed over the years, a total number of 42 countries will be participating in the second edition of African Military Games Abuja 2024. The African Military Games is a multi-sport event that was held just once in 2002. The first ever African Military Games, with the support of the CISM, were held in April in Nairobi, Kenya. Tunisia was asked to host the 2006 African Military Games, but it never took place. Director of Sport Defense Headquarters disclosed during a media conference today, organized to introduce the forthcoming African Military Games, Chief of Defense Staff CDS Half Marathon Race, and the General Assembly of OSMA, which will take place in February 2024.
The African Military Games, Abuja 2024, featuring military athletes from over 40 countries of Africa.
The Director of Sports said so far 27 countries have indicated interest in coming for this competition, and a total number of 2,000 military athletes across African countries are expected to participate in the championship.
Now, the aim of African Military Games 2024 is to afford the African countries the opportunity to interact with one another towards enhancing the good historical collaborative efforts and working relationship built and enjoyed over the years. The theme for this game is enhancing military cooperation in Africa through sports. The tentative date for this game is 6th to 15 November 2024. The games will feature 19 sporting events, and we are expecting a total number of 42 countries. At present, 27 countries have indicated interest in coming for this competition. A total number of 2,000 military athletes across African countries are expected to participate in the championship.
Addressing the media, the president of the organization Military Sport in Africa, OSMA, who doubles as vice president of CISM, said the second African Military Games was approved by the CDS Armed Forces of Nigeria after OSMA gave games hosting rights to Nigeria during the 7th OSMA General Assembly in Sierra Leone.
My organization that I'm the president is the Organization of Military Sport in Africa, that before we have some chief delegates that passed up to the present chief delegates in Nigeria. We have General Obasanjo. He was the chief delegate in this organization during his time. We have General Triplos Anjuma, also he was the chief delegate. We have Colonel B.S. Dimka, he was also the chief delegate of this my organization. We also have General Shapidi. Up to the button has been forwarding till present date that we have A.B.M. Mapis as the chief delegate. You are welcome, sir. To the family of Osuma and CISM. Marathon race for the armed forces and our sister services, the other security agencies. And there is African Military Games, which involves Nigeria as an entity and all African countries, which there are almost about 54 African countries, Nigeria included. So during our African Games, there will be marathon race. And that marathon involves all the African countries. If you remember, during the Sahel Games, all the other countries participated. I think even Tanzania came first, Nigeria second, I think, and that's how it goes.
The second African Military Games, Abuja 2024, will witness 19 sporting events like football, basketball, tennis, badminton, chess, taekwondo, and many more. Olayemi Eson for Spy TV.